Okay, children, we are continuing integers. So, what is today's date? 16/06/2021. We learned some properties in integers with respect to addition. Sum of two integers is an integer. 7 is an integer. 4 is an integer, their sum 11 is also an integer. Sum of two integers is an integer. What we call that property? Closure. Closure property under addition. You add the integers in any order. Say for example, 7 plus 4, you add in the order 4 plus 7. In both the orders, the sum is the same. What we call that property? Commutative. You take three integers, say for example 7 plus 4 plus 6, 7 plus 4 plus 6. What is 7 plus 4? 11 plus 6. What is 4 plus 6? 10. 7 plus 10. What is the sum of 11 and 6? 17. What is the sum of 7 and 10? 17. The sum of three integers in any order is the same. We call that as associative. Associative property under addition. Now we take an integer 0. I add that to 7. 7 plus 0 equal to 0 plus 7 equal to 7. Minus 10 plus 0 equal to 0 plus minus 10 equal to minus 10. 0 is added to any integer or any integer is added to 0, the sum is the same. The integer itself. Here 7 plus 0 equal to 0 plus 7 equal to 7. Here minus 10 plus 0 equal to 0 plus minus 10 equal to minus 10. 0 is called additive identity. 0 is called additive identity. Next. What is this integer? 7. For which I am adding minus 7. Or for minus I am adding 7. What is the sum equal to? 0. What is 0? Additive identity. If the sum of an integer and another integer is additive identity, then the two integers are called additive inverse of each other. Say for example, you take 8. For 8 you are adding minus 8. Or for minus 8 you are adding 8. The sum equal to 0. The sum of an integer 8 and another integer minus 8, or the sum of an integer minus 8 and plus 8 is equal to 0. Here the integers are opposite in sign. 8 plus minus 8 equal to minus 8 plus 8 equal to 0. The sum of two integers is equal to 0 means those two integers are called additive inverse of each other. Next we take up subtraction properties. What is this? 7. What is 7 minus 4? 3. 7 is an integer, 4 is an integer. The difference of 7 and 4 equal to 3. 3 is an integer. Integers have closure property under subtraction. The difference of two integers. I take minus 3 and I subtract 7. Minus 3 minus of 7 is equal to minus 3 minus 7. What is the difference you got? Minus 10. Minus 3 is an integer from which 7 is subtracted. The difference is minus 10. So, the difference of two integers is minus 10. We call this as closure under subtraction. So, what we understand from these examples? If A is an integer, B is another integer, A minus B is also an integer. Integers are having closure property under subtraction. Now we take up commutative property is verified or not. What is the difference of 8 and minus 5? It is equal to 3. The difference of an integer 8, another integer 5 is 3. What is the difference of 5 and 8? It is minus 3. Same integers are taken in different order. Here it is 8 minus 5. Here it is 5 minus 8. Here the difference is 3. Here the difference is minus 3. Therefore, the difference of two integers in any order, say for example, a minus b is not equal to b minus a. So, integers do not have commutative property under subtraction. Similarly, we can verify associative property also. 7 minus 1 minus 4 is equal to 7 minus 1 minus 4. What is 7 minus 1 ma? 6. 6 minus 4, 7 minus 1 minus 4 it is minus 3. 6 minus 4 it is 2. 7 minus of minus it becomes plus 3. So, 2 is equal to how much you got? 10. 2 equal to 10 is false. 2 is not equal to 10. But we got here 2 equal to 10. Therefore, in general, a minus b minus c is not equal to a minus of b minus c. Integers do not have associative property under subtraction. Similarly, we can verify identity and inverse properties are also not present in integers under subtraction. Say for example, 7 minus 0, how much it is? 7. What is 0 minus 7? Minus 7. So, there is no identity property for integers under subtraction. Similarly, 7 plus minus 7, 7 minus 7 equal to 7 plus 7, the result equal to how much? 14. Minus 7 minus of 7 is equal to minus 7 minus 7, the result equal to minus 14. So, integers do not have inverse property under subtraction. So, we learnt about addition properties, we learnt about subtraction properties. Integers are having closure, commutative, associative, identity and inverse properties under subtraction. Integers have only closure property under subtraction. Commutative, associative, identity, inverse properties are not true for integers under subtraction. Now, we are going to understand multiplication properties. What is this integer ma? 8. 8 is multiplied by 5. What is the product of two integers 8 and 5? It is equal to 40. The product of two integers is an integer or not, we are checking. I am taking a negative integer minus 5, multiply it with a positive integer 6. The product equal to negative, it is equal to minus 30. The product of two integers, one is negative, the other one is positive. The result is a negative integer, but it is an integer. Therefore, the product of two integers is an integer. In general, a is an integer, b is another integer, a into b is an integer. So, integers have closure property under multiplication. Now, you multiply in the reverse order. 5 into 8, how much? 40. 6 into minus 5, minus 30. So, what do you understand from these two examples? A into b is equal to b into a. Integers have commutative property under multiplication. So, integers are closure under multiplication. Integers have commutative property under multiplication. So, we learnt about integers in earlier class, that is in 6th class. Integers are whole numbers including negative numbers. What are whole numbers? Numbers starting from 0. Natural numbers including 0 are called whole numbers. Natural numbers are counting numbers. All these only a recollection. Integers also you studied in 6th class. Just we are recollecting our previous knowledge. In 7th class, we are going to read much more. We are going to read about rational numbers and their properties, different ideas in rational numbers. That we are going to understand. Now, I am taking 3 integers. I am multiplying them. Say for example, 5 is multiplied by 2, which is multiplied by 4. Or 5 is multiplied by 2 into 4. What is 5 into 2? It is 10. Into 4. What is 5 into, what is 4 into 2? 8. What is the product of 10 into 4? 40. What is the product of 5 into 8? 40. In general, A into B into C is same as A into B into C. Integers have associative property under multiplication. Next. I take an integer 9. 9 is multiplied by 1 or 1 is multiplied by 9, the product equal to 9. Minus 10 is multiplied by 1 or 1 is multiplied by minus 10, the result equal to minus 10. In general, A is multiplied by 1 or 1 is multiplied by A, the product equal to A. This is called multiplicative identity. Integers have multiplicative identity property. What is the multiplicative identity number? 1. So, what are the properties we learned under multiplication? Closure, commutative, associative, identity. Similarly, we can verify the properties under division. We check whether integers have closure property under division or not. So, you take an integer 10. 10 you divide with 2. What is the quotient equal to? 5, where 5 is an integer. You divide another integer 20 divided by 4. What is the quotient equal to? 5, an integer. I divide 100 with 25. The result equal to 4. 100 is divided by 25. The quotient equal to 4. 4 is an integer. Similarly, I divide 25 with 5. The result equal to 5. I divide 5 with 25. The result equal to how much? Not 5, it is 1 by 5. So, in these 4 cases, the quotient of an integer divided by another integer is integer. But here, 5, a small number is divided by a larger number, the result is not an integer, it is 1 by 5. 1 by 5 is not an integer. Therefore, integers do not have closure property under division. When closure property itself not satisfied, commutative, associative, identity, those properties are not satisfied for integers under division. So, what are the properties we learnt? We learnt closure property, commutative, associative, identity, inverse, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Integers are closed under addition. What do you say? The sum of two integers is an integer. Integers have commutative property under addition. If a and b are two integers, their sum a plus b equal to b plus a. So, we say it is commutative. Integers are having associative. A and b, c are three integers. A plus b plus c is equal to a plus of b plus c, associative. Integers are having identity property under addition. 7 plus 0 equal to 0 plus 7 equal to 7, or in general a plus 0 equal to 0 plus a equal to a. Integers have identity property under addition. The sum of two integers is equal to 0. If 7 is an integer, its opposite sign is minus 7. 7 plus minus 7 or minus 7 plus 7 equal to 0, where 0 is additive identity. The sum of two integers is equal to its additive identity means they two are called additive inverse of each other. So, integers have inverse property under addition. Subtraction. The difference of any two integers is an integer, closure. A minus b. A is an integer, b is another integer. The difference of a and b is an integer. Integers have closure property under subtraction. But integers do not have commutative, associative, identity and inverse properties under subtraction. Similarly, the product of two integers is an integer. Closure, any order same, commutative. Three integers, the product in any order is the same, associative. And there is multiplicative identity for integers, which is considered to be 1. But there is no inverse property. Integers do not have closure, commutative, associative, identity and division properties. Identity, inverse under division. So if you understand this table, you can just recollect your previous knowledge. What are integers? Whole numbers including negative numbers are called integers. Are integers closure under addition? Yes. Are integers commutative under addition? Yes. Are integers associative under addition? Yes. Are integers having identity number under addition? Yes. Are integers having inverse under addition? Yes. Are integers closed under subtraction? Yes. The difference of two integers is an integer. Are integers have commutative property under subtraction? No. Are integers having associative property under subtraction? No. Are integers having identity property under subtraction? No. Are integers having inverse property under subtraction? No. Are integers having closure, commutative, associative, identity under multiplication? Yes. But they do not have inverse property. Are integers having closure, commutative, associative, identity, inverse and identity property under division? No, integers do not have closure, commutative, associative, identity and inverse properties under division. Now, we are going to understand some problems. If I give you, what is the value of 7 plus minus 4? What is 7? A positive integer. What is 4? A negative integer. Now we are adding these two, but the symbols are opposite in sign. Whenever you are adding integers and the symbols are opposite in sign, it is nothing but you are doing subtraction. From 7, you have to subtract 4. What is the difference equal to? 3. What is the symbol of 7? It is plus 3. Suppose the same number you have in this form, minus 7 plus 4. Again the symbols are opposite. The difference of 7 and 4 is 3, but 7 is having the symbol minus. Therefore, the sum of those two integers is minus 3. So, you have to remember, whenever you are adding integers, you must be very careful with its symbols. Here 7 is added by minus 4, the sum equal to plus 3. Minus 7 is added to plus 4, the sum equal to minus 3. Suppose you add both positive integers, 7 plus 4, it is equal to how much? 11. Suppose you are adding both negative integers, minus 7 plus minus 4, the sum equal to minus 11. Same integers are used with change to its symbol. Here 7 plus minus 4, it is plus 3. Minus 7 plus 4, it is minus 3. 7 plus 4, it is 11. And minus 7 minus 4, it is minus 11. So, in all the cases you got an answer, but you have to be very careful with respect to symbol. When there is a change in symbol, you have to observe it carefully. Now, I give you another problem. What is the sum of minus 7 plus 3 plus minus 4 plus minus plus 8. So, I take first step as it is. I observe 7 is negative, 4 is negative. So, there are two negative integers and two positive integers. I take the sum of two negative integers first. I add minus 7 plus minus 4. These two integers have same sign. Plus these two integers 3 and 8 have the same sign. So, these two are negative and these two are positive. Add the negative integers. Minus 7 is added to minus 4. The result is minus 11. When you add, there is no change in the symbols. When both are having same symbols. Here the symbols are negative. The sum is 11 and the number will take minus because both the numbers have negative sign. Here the sum is 11, but both the integers have positive. Therefore, it is plus 11. Now, minus 11 plus 7, they two are additive inverse of each other. Therefore, the final sum is equal to 0. All these we learned in 6th class or not? So, just you recollect your 6th class knowledge. Take your 6th class textbook, go through whole numbers, go through integers. If you have any doubt, you message to me on WhatsApp number. My number you know, 998555329. You just send a message on it so that I can explain your doubts in the next class. Okay, children, follow carefully. So, what we learned today? We learned about integers, their properties with respect to addition, with respect to subtraction, with respect to multiplication, with respect to division. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division are called fundamental operations. What they are called? Fundamental operations. Now I give you the sum of two integers is minus 32. One of them is 15. Find the other. Find the other. Follow the question carefully. The sum of two integers, it means you have to add two integers. Their sum is equal to how much? Minus 32. One of them is 15. Find the other. So what we have to take? First we take one of the integers. Solution I am writing. One of the integers is equal to how much, amma? 15. What is sum of two integers? Sum of two integers is equal to minus 32. We want to find the other integer. There are two integers. We know one integer is 15 and we know the sum of the integers is minus 32. We need to find the other integer. The other integer, it is the difference of the sum and one of the integers given. So minus 32 minus 15. The sum equal to how much? Minus 47. If you add minus 47 and 15, the sum will be minus 32. Here you are observing one of the integers is 15. The sum of the two integers is minus 32. We want to find the other integers. So from the sum of two integers, you have to subtract one of the integers. What is one of the integers? 15. What you have to do? Subtraction. Minus of inside the bracket 15 is having plus, therefore it becomes minus. So minus 32 minus 15, the other integer is minus 47. You can check your answer. Minus 47 plus 15, it is equal to minus 32. The sum of the two integers is minus 32. Like this, we are going to calculate many more problems in integers. Now, another point you have to observe. What is this? 7 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. Is 7 a positive integer? Yes. Is 4 a positive integer? Yes. Is 5 a positive integer? Yes. Is 6 a positive integer? X. All these four integers are positive. What is their sum? 7 plus 4, 11. 11 plus 5, 16. 16 plus 6, it is equal to how much? 22. The sum of all positive integers is always positive. Now I am taking the same in terms of negative. Minus 7, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. All these are negative integers now. When the symbols are like, you have to add. Simply remember how to find the values of integers with respect to addition and subtraction. You are adding two integers. Both are having same sign. Add them, whether plus or minus. Here all the integers are having negative sign. So you have to add them. 7 plus 4, 11. 11 plus 5, 16. 16 plus 6, 22. But the symbol is minus 22. As you are adding all the integers which are negative, they will take negative sign only. The sum will take negative sign. Here the integers are positive, it takes positive sign. One integer is positive. Here minus 7, minus 4. These two are negative. 5 plus 6. These two are positive. Sum of these two is minus 11 and sum of these two is plus 11 and the sum is equal to 0. Here both are positive. We added them, we got positive 11. Here both are negative. We added them, we got negative 11. Now the sum of negative 11 and positive 11 is equal to 0. So like this, the addition and subtraction of integers will go. You have to be very careful. You go on adding negative integers, the sign is negative. You go on adding positive integers, the sign is positive. Okay, children? So like this, we are going to revise our integers. In 1 or 2 classes, we will be completing. And then we will enter into rational numbers. Rational numbers also you have some introduction in 6th class. And that we are going to continue in 7th class. So far you learned about natural numbers, whole numbers and integers. We do some more problems in integers here in 1 or 2 classes, and then we enter into rational numbers. Thank you children. We continue tomorrow. Practice well, follow the lessons carefully. If you have any doubt regarding my explanation, you can just write the question and send it to me on message in WhatsApp so that I can explain them in the next class. Thank you children. We continue.